Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. To those of you who are coming by and have visited the channel before, welcome back. To those of you who are dropping by for the first time, welcome, and hope that you get to come back and view future videos as well as go back and view some prior videos. On that happy note, I guess we can get started on today's video. And I'm super excited about today's video. And the reason is we start to get really tactile and very real life about how to get the practical, things that you need to have in place in order to make your foray into the field of project management. So the past five videos or so that I did were really laying a foundation in terms of what is a project versus what are operations. In the last two videos, I delved quite a bit into qualities that make you a great project manager. The list is not exhaustive, but it's pretty representative. Hopefully that starts to get you to see whether you show up in any one of in a good set of those qualities, so that you can put that check mark and say this is something that could be for me. So the first checkpoint, or the first question you'd pose to yourself to see if the field is a good fit for you is, if you look at that list of 10, and it's not exhaustive like I said, you can look at other qualities as well, read around literature and that sort of thing. And if the question would be, does this checklist look like me, i.e. you already have a good number of those qualities, then you know that there's a nice match there. The other question you could ask yourself, if you're not really seeing a lot of those qualities in yourself, is, does that checklist look like something that I could work towards building? Work towards building those qualities. And if the answer is yes, then you're a good fit as well. And if the answer is no, it means maybe not, or maybe not now. And that's totally fine too, because it's always about trying to find where that match is. So that would be the first question, or the first checkpoint. And then the second checkpoint would be, do projects interest you? So that's really, really fundamental. Like, do you get a kick out of doing projects? Do you like building new things, or do you like running those new things or existing things? So this is a question of, do you enjoy projects or do you enjoy operations? If you find that you like building new things, you like to be part of that process for putting together new processes, new structures such that you can build new products and services, then projects are definitely your thing. And in that same vein, you need to ask yourself, are you patient? And what I mean by that is, projects do not give you immediate results. If you are running an operation, if it is a factory, if it is a mine, if it is a call center where you're delivering a service, the results are pretty immediate. You can see the product that you're delivering, you can see the service that you're delivering. Projects are not like that. You could go for weeks, months, maybe even years before you actually have your product in place. So you need to be cool with that lack of immediacy. You need to be fine with that. Just breathe and be like, we'll get there when we get there. So if that's a check mark, then you're a project manager. The third question is kind of a contentious one. And this is not just for project management specifically, for any kind of career space really, is, what qualifications do I need to become a project manager? And the happy answer to that is, there's no specifics around qualifications that you need to become a project manager. And I'll qualify that by saying, if you want to be a medical doctor, you have to have a medical degree. If you want to be a pharmacist, like a former pharmacist, you need to have a pharmacy degree. You cannot practice as either one of those without the formal qualification. However, project management is a lot more forgiving, in the sense that whatever field you have studied, you probably can make a foray into project management. And some backgrounds that I've encountered is people who have studied computer science, who are in project management, engineering and business. That's me. I'm in project management. I know an awesome project manager who studied history. I've worked with project managers in the health information space, in health delivery space. And so nothing really, the bar in terms of qualifications is very low, no barrier to entry really from that perspective. And then related to qualifications is the matter of certifications. And because I'm a PMI person, you know, that's who I'm certified with, and that's kind of the content that I interact with on a very regular basis. I'll talk to certifications like the CAPM, which is the Certified Associate in Project Management, and the PMP, Project Management Professional. Those are not really a prerequisite for you to get into a career as a project manager. You'll actually notice that on most jobs, they are not required, but they are desired or preferred. So not a hard and fast rule that you have to have those. And if you are entering the field of project management, so on this channel, we talk to two primary audiences. One is career entry level folks that are really coming fresh out of college or fresh out of high school, and they're trying to figure out what it is they want to do. So very little to no experience there. Or people who are doing a career switch from something else into project management. So in either one of those cases, a certification wouldn't be something that you are expected to have. I do know that some people get their certification before they actually practice, but a practitioner certification in itself is you need to have practiced a little bit and then you get your certification. So I don't mean to be purist about this. It's totally fine you're getting your certification before, but it's not going to be a showstopper if you don't have it and you want to enter the field. So we've talked about certifications and qualifications, and now I think we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about experience. And the primary question being, what sort of experience do I need to get into the field of project management? And the answer is, I will split it into three buckets because it matters what the context is. So for that early career stage person who's trying to figure out, I'm out of college, I'm out of high school, what are the possible options for me here? Experience in that case is really a moot point. I mean, you get those entry-level positions where people are looking for 3 years experience. You're like, come on, where would somebody have gotten that experience to start off with? So I would venture to say in that case, you know, no pressure, no experience needed. You'll learn, you'll be mentored, you'll grow the skill on the job. And then the second bucket is somebody who is making a career transition from a space which is totally unrelated to project management, and they don't have any project management touch points. I'll call them touch points, and I'll explain why I call them touch points a little bit later when I talk to the third bucket. So experience is not related to project management at all. There's still a lot you've got going for yourself in there in terms of transferable skills. So if you go back to those two videos, I keep referring back to the two previous videos, look at those qualities, look at other related qualities. You know, if you've got leadership going for you, if you've got attention to detail going for you, if you've got excellent follow-through skills, all of those skills are transferable into a project management role. So that in itself will put you in very good stead to be considered and to actually grow as a project manager. So that's bucket number 2. Bucket number 3 is you have been working in a career where you do not have the formal project manager title, but you've been doing a lot of project managey type things. So maybe you're a developer and you're working in one of those environments where you wear multiple hats. So your primary role is you're a developer, but you actually do carry out some project manager type activities. Maybe you do a little bit of business analysis. A lot of us in this world can relate to that, especially if you are in smaller organizations or you're working in a startup where neither you nor the organization can afford to just have everyone wear a single hat. In that case, you start to see that even though you don't have that formal title, you've actually been doing project manager type work. And that is the situation that I found myself when I actually made the formal and hard switch to project management type roles. In that case, you're actually somewhat initiated as a project manager, and you can really claim that experience and say, I've been working doing project management related activities in my prior career. So hopefully that explains those three buckets. And again, nothing excludes you, because all of us would fall into either one of those buckets. I've never worked at all. I've never worked as a project manager at all, but I've got transferable skills. I've worked where I've actually been doing some project management type work, but I don't have the formal project manager title. That none of us gets excluded from that field, from that perspective. So that's what I wanted to share with all of you today, a very short and crisp video for today in terms of what do you need to get started. So if you're seeing that those 4 elements in terms of qualities, do projects interest you, qualifications and certifications and experience, you're starting to see that maybe this is something that works, then the next thing that you need to do is to just start applying for those project manager roles, project management associate roles, and you're well on your way. So to wrap up, I just want to tease the next video. I did tease it in the previous video, where I'm going to be sharing my own personal experience of how I entered the field of project management. It is very akin to that third bucket that I talked to in the last point around experience. So looking forward to you joining me again when I do that video. And until next video, you all take care. Bye.